you're looking for an OLED monitor with good response time, good picture quality, slick, under £500, and most importantly, suitable for gamers, I may have something for you. What's going on, people? I go by the name of D, but welcome to the channel. It's officially 2026, so I thought I'd start off the year with giving you guys a brand new gaming monitor review. And today we are looking at none other than the Philips Evnia 27M2N8500 QD OLED monitor. And yes, that is the full name. Philips, please can you give us a bit more shorter names? And I can easily say from the get-go, this is the best monitor I've ever used. And just to be clear, whilst Philips has gifted me this to review, this monitor is not mine for keep, nor is this a sponsored video. This is going to be my genuine reaction to this monitor. I have been using this monitor for the best part of 6 months now, so I do feel I can give an honest review. Another important note is that I'm not a technical reviewer. I'm just a casual guy that plays games and want to play games the best I can, and I think this monitor is a good start. So let's begin. Again, I want to say a massive shout outs to Philips for sending this. The monitor was relatively easy to set up, but I'm not going to lie, people, I was scared I was going to damage the screen, as it does look prestige and I'm clumsy, but it was very easy. You just have to connect the screen to the arm, put it on the stand, and it was ready to go. And trust me, people, I am the worst guy in the DIY business, but even this was very easy to set up. Not only is this my first time setting up an OLED monitor, but it's also my first Evnia product. And I know Philips have been pushing hard with the Evnia lineup, and this model is clearly aimed at gamers who want elite motion clarity and a premium build without going into the ultra wide territory, which I've seen a lot of monitors go into now. The Evnia monitor keeps that clean futuristic Evnia aesthetic, a stand that actually looks like it belongs in a modern gaming setup. It's sturdy, fully adjustable, and it doesn't wobble like those cheaper monitor stands. You can move the monitor left and right, and no matter what angle you were watching on the monitor, it always seems to look good. It's also one of the first monitors that I've used that has ambient glow at the back, and I felt that it makes the monitor even more futuristic and premium. It reacts to what's happening on the screen, so perfect when you're playing the games. But quick note, if you think this is too much for a monitor, you do have the option to turn it off. So let's get the technical aspects of this monitor. So the monitor is a 27-inch QD OLED panel, which I've always said 27-inch is a perfect size for me when it comes to gaming, especially competitive gaming, as you can normally see the whole screen in your eye vision. And as for the screen, this is my first QD OLED monitor, so it was quite a surprise to me when playing my games. The monitor has quad HD resolution, so not quite 4K, but I thought the newest Switch 2 games looked so rich and vibrant. With the OLED screen, it means every pixel lights itself. Dark screens looked incredible, and colors pop out without oversaturation. Literally everything you're seeing is straight out of the box, but it does give you some presets if you want to change the color. This monitor has a 360Hz refresh rate, 0.03 milliseconds response time, meaning you have no issues with delay and will have that competitive edge. I will state though, if you're purely a console gamer like myself, these specs may be somewhat of an overkill, but I do believe this monitor will at least be future-proof, meaning that you don't have to worry about upgrading anytime soon. While there are a total of 3 display inputs are provided with 2 HDMI 2.1s and 1 DisplayPort 1.4. There's also USB Type B, which I probably wouldn't use, and of course the headphone jacks for headphones. And people, I cannot stress enough, you have to make sure any monitor you get has HDMI 2.1, even if you're a console gaming, as gaming has now gone past your typical 60 frames per second, and even the Nintendo Switch 2 can do 120 frames per second, especially in games like Metroid Prime 4. Whilst the monitor's UI may not be as necessarily pretty to look at, I find it simplistic enough to do the job and all the settings that you need. It's actually just one button and you can move it in different directions, and I found it generally pretty easy to use. It comes with a low lag mode and different presets depending on what you're doing with the monitor. Not only that, Evnia Precision Center makes it easier to adjust the monitor settings directly from your PC. Plus it also allows the monitor firmware to be updated, so something simple to do if you ever needed to do. Now on to the practicality of something if you're not gaming. I've been using the Evnia to edit my videos, and I can honestly say it's been great for gaming in general, but it's also been great for my content creation life. Out of the box, I found everything well calibrated, which was my worry when switching to another monitor. The monitor does have built-in speakers, which is perfect for someone like me that normally doesn't want to have to wear headsets to hear things, especially in those long gaming sessions. The monitor does have a headphone track if you did want to play with speakers or headphones, especially when it's late night and everyone's sleeping. Now I did have some little gripes with this monitor, but that wasn't necessarily due to the monitor, it was more down to my preferences. As the screen is premium, you have to be careful getting marks like fingerprints on the screen, but a good wiper and it's normally fine, no big problem. And whilst the monitor does tilt, it doesn't go full vertical unless I've personally missed something, and as someone who does a lot of short form content, it would have been nice to have that vertical option when monitoring videos. If I'm wrong, please correct me. And whilst this is one of the cheapest PD OLED monitors you can buy for what you're getting, it does cost nearly as much as a console, so that is something that you have to consider. Overall, the Philips Evnia 27M2N8500 is one of the best 27-inch gaming monitors you can buy right now. I do think it's a solid buy for any gamer or content creator out there. The combination of the 360Hz, the OLED clarity, instant response time, and the top tier HDR makes this a monster for both competitive gaming and single player cinematic gaming. And to be honest people, I am gonna miss this monitor. But let me know people, are you getting an OLED monitor in 2026? Is the Philips Evnia series a monitor that you've been searching for? I've dropped the link for the monitor in the description below, but let me know if you got the monitor already. Are you loving this monitor? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit that like and subscribe button for more tech videos. I am in the process of moving, so videos have been up in the air, but from the next 2 months onwards, there's going to be much more frequent uploads. Until next time people, I'm out. Peace.